Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be going through how to take screenshots with Puppeteer, full page screenshots with Puppeteer, taking a screenshot of a specific area of the screen with Puppeteer, taking a screenshot of a specific element with Puppeteer, how to screenshot multiple pages with Puppeteer, and finally, we'll go through how to generate PDFs from your screenshots. In this section, we're going to be learning how to just take a standard screenshot with Puppeteer. This is useful anytime you're scraping. Okay guys, let's take a screenshot with Puppeteer. So first we import Puppeteer, const Puppeteer equals require Puppeteer. Next up here, inside of our async main function, we're going to open up a browser. So const browser equals await puppeteer.launch. I'm setting headless to true. You probably should too. That's sort of a standard thing when you're web scraping. You don't want to waste time on a browser with a head. So here we create a new page. Const page equals await browser.new page. After we've got our new page, it's time to go to the site. So we await page.goto. quotes.toscrape.com. And here's the logic for our screenshot. It's actually very simple. So we await page.screenshot. And always put in the path to your shot so you'll be able to find it later. I'll call mine quotes.png. And then finally, we await browser.close. Pretty self-explanatory there. Now let's run this. Node how to screenshot. And over here, as you can see, I have a shot of quotes.toscrape.com. So that's how you do it. In this section, we're going to be learning how to take full page screenshots. This is incredibly useful if you're trying to scrape data off of a large page. Okay, so next up, we are going to be taking a full page screenshot with Puppeteer. Once again, we import Puppeteer with const Puppeteer equals require Puppeteer. Next, once again, inside our async main function, we go const browser equals await puppeteer.launch and set headless to true. Next up, const page equals await browser.newPage. And time to go to the site again, await page.goto. quotes.toscrape.com. And here's our screenshot logic again, slightly different. Await page.screenshot. Just like the example before, we set the path, call mine quotes.png, except this time I'm going to set full page to true. Full page is a Boolean, so it can be either true or false. And then await browser.close. Let's go ahead and run it. Alright, and here I've got a new shot. As you can see, it's much bigger, and it includes the full quotes to scrape front page. This section is about how to screenshot a specific area. Sometimes we only need a certain snippet of the page, and this is very useful when we want to get that. Alright, now it's time to learn how to take screenshots of a specific spot in Puppeteer. So first, once again, const browser equals await, puppeteer.launch. Next up, we create a new page. Const page equals await browser.newPage. And here, very important, we set the viewport. So we await page dot set viewport, and I'm going to put in a width of 1920 and height of 1080. Next up, we go to the site, await page.goto, https quotes.toscrape.com, and here we take a shot of the viewport. So we await page.screenshot path. I'm going to call mine viewport shot.png. And then here we're going to take a shot of specific coordinates. So I'm going to await page.screenshot once again. I'll call this one path clip.png. I'll explain why in a second. And here is our clip argument, just the JSON object, and we go ahead and put in our XY coordinates. So I'll say X0, Y0, width 1920, and a height of 400. Once again, finally, we close the browser with await browser.close. And let's go ahead and run this one, node specific area. Okay, and I had two shots pop up. First is our viewport shot down here. As you can see, that took a shot of the entire viewport. And next is our clip shot, which took only a little clip of the viewport. Next up is how to screenshot a specific element. Often when we're scraping, we only want one specific item off the page. This finds that item and only takes a picture of that item. It's great. Alright, this time around we're going to take a screenshot of a specific element in the DOM. So once again, we start by opening a browser. Headless is set to true as usual, and once again create a new page. Then go to the site, await page.goto, https quotes.toscrape.com. Here we find our element. I have my CSS selector right here. You're probably going to have to find yours if you're doing a different task. So here I would say const element equals await page dot $, and I actually pass that in as a function, which takes our CSS selector as a parameter. So now we take the shot with await element dot screenshot. Once again, as always, pass in the path to the shot. We'll call this element shot.png. And finally, we await browser.close. So let's go ahead and run this, see what happens. Okay, so here is my element shot. As you can see, I have only one element. It's our Albert Einstein quote. And we have a screenshot of a... Quite often when we're scraping, we need to pull data from numerous sites. This section is about how to do that in one single script, and it is incredibly useful. Okay, so now we're going to take multiple screenshots. So once again, we import Puppeteer, const Puppeteer equals require Puppeteer. Next we open our browser, const browser equals await Puppeteer dot launch, set headless to true, and set our new page, const page equals await browser dot new page. Now we set our viewport, so we'd say page dot set viewport. I'm going to pass in the width as 1920 and the height as 1080. After doing that, we're going to create our list of URLs. So const URLs equals https://www.google.com .bing.com, and finally opera.com. After that, we're going to create an ID counter. We'll say let ID equal 1 because we want our screenshots here to start at 1. So now we'll say for const URL of URLs await page.goto URL, then await page.screenshot. Except here we're going to put the path in slightly differently. Path equals my shot. We're going to add the ID of the shot into the path name .png. And finally we close our browser, await browser.close. And then we call our main function after we've told Node how to run our main function. So here, let's run it. Alright, so here's my shot 1. As you can see, we've got Google. My shot 2, there's Bing. And my shot 3, we have Opera. Often when we're crawling pages and scraping data, we need to generate reports for people to review. It is incredibly easy with Puppeteer to generate PDFs from your screenshots, and that saves you a lot of work after the scraping is done. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and generate a PDF from a screenshot with Puppeteer. As always, we start off by importing Puppeteer and creating an async main function. Now we're going to create a browser. Browser equals await Puppeteer.launch. Next, we're going to go ahead and create a new page. Page equals await browser.newPage. Here we go to the site, as always, await page.goto, https quotes.toscrape.com. And here it's a little bit different. We're going to await page.pdf path quotes.pdf. We're going to pass in the format A4. And we await browser.close as always. And let's go ahead and run it. As you can see, I have a PDF file.